All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. We'll start with an opening statement from Coach, and then we'll jump into questions.
I'm excited to talk about the game. I'm just equally excited to talk about soccer. Like, that is incredible. We're really excited. We were hovering a little bit right before our game, I'll be honest with you. It took us a minute to come out. So congratulations to men's and women's soccer. Both programs, incredible coaches, leaders, players, like great example. So we're really excited for them. Also just want to say, really love how our team continues to grow. Every time we take the floor at practice, we'll add a few more things. It's the time of the year that you get to do that. And I like to see the way that we come out and we really try to execute at a high level. Took us a minute to get our tempo going today. I thought once we made a few defensive changes, we were able to get back into that rhythm again.
All right, we'll start with Percy and then Jared.
Hey, the coach, how you doing?
Hi.
Just to like that right there, what things did you say at halftime? What type of switches did you make in that third quarter there to, like, break the game open?
I don't think I can tell you what I said at halftime. I'm just kidding. Kidding. You know me, I wouldn't have. But no, we just talked about, we showed a couple clips and talked about the way we were playing, and we could see our own tempo. And when you can see it, it's easy to fix. And so I thought they did a great job. They saw it and they were like, yeah, we can be a little quicker. And I just think we changed that.
When you guys play defense like that, like in that third quarter, how are you guys different, Hannah?
I mean, I think it sets up transition, and we love that. I think we're growing our identity in defense, and it just makes the game more fun. So,
Were you more intent on getting the boards today? Your second ever, I guess, double-double?
I think my teammates were boxing out well today, and yeah, I don't know. I didn't have like a set intention to get more rebounds today, but I'm always trying to grow in that area. So.
And then just is the game feeling, are you feeling more comfortable with this is your fifth sort of career game at this level to like come out and score the way you did? You look super comfortable in there. Are you feeling more comfortable, Brynn?
Yeah, I'm feeling super comfortable. But, you know, it starts with my teammates. They helped me out, so props to them.
What was it about today that made you feel more comfortable?
I think just the poise that I came in with, and my teammates kind of like talked to me beforehand, and just that basketball isn't that serious at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a game we love, and just go out and play, have fun.
You know, and then obviously you've only played 5 games, but what's the difference between high school and like this level?
I would say just the speed and the physicality, but I love it. It's awesome.
And then how did you deal with the physicality early, you know, in those first four games there?
Yeah, I think it was just a learning process. It exposes a lot, and when I practice, practice helps. And also the weight room too. Being in the weight room, that definitely helps a lot.
And then after that last game, you went scoreless. Did that do anything for you? Did that motivate you more? Were you more intent this game at all?
I mean, I don't really think it matters about the points. It just matters how you come out and how you love your teammates and how you do it with them. At the end of the day, like, this is a really fun game, and I get to do it with people I love.
Coach, this was another game where the threes weren't really falling, especially in the first half. You guys had to adjust and really drive into the lane. What was kind of Vermont showing you inside that was kind of able to the game move through the paint?
Vermont's a very good team. I mean, this is a team that knows how to win, and they compete at a high level, and so I just think they had good closeouts, and you know, they challenged most of our shots, and I think that we wanted to make sure to put more pressure on the rim to see if we could still get some more open threes, which we did. We've got to knock some of those down, but that's going to come. It's early in the season, and we've spent a lot of time on the defensive end of the floor. And we want to be able to get downhill the most, and so I'm excited to see where it's going to take us.
Really felt like that third quarter when you guys pulled away was really spearheaded by Savia, her being able to, you know, just like cut into the lane, get to the foul line.
Mm-hmm.
When she does that, how does it open up the rest of the offense and help you guys on defense?
Yeah, aggressive Savia is really special, and so she does a tremendous job. And she carries a load some days because she can get to the paint. She just has a gift. And so when we need to get to the basket, you know, Savia is the one that we're going to call her number, and she always rises to that occasion.
Coach, I think it was with about 2.5 minutes left in the third, you know, you kind of had a small guard lineup out there, and it was kind of, until Brynn checked in, it was, even with their big end, you were kind of forcing them to take a lot of uncomfortable jumpers. We talked so much about defense last game. Just what have you noticed about the guards and how they've kind of just kept that defensive intensity even with, a size or a length mismatch down there.
Yeah, our guards are tough. I mean, we're playing an aggressive defense that'll put them on some mismatches at times, and I really like how they're handling it. They're flying around, they're being physical, they're helping one another. It does speed up the tempo defensively. It gives us an opportunity to get some steals, and so sometimes we're playing, more protect the paint, and sometimes we're playing more aggressively to get steals, and they can help us change that style of play.
Mm-hmm. And Brynn, I know that you mentioned having fun in the competition aspect. Seemed in that fourth quarter a little bit. You and Vermont's big, kind of had a couple just exchanges back and forths there. Just you mentioned how important your teammates are, but when you are kind of in those one-on-one situations down in the post, how does that make you feel? Just that opportunity to just kind of compete for those couple plays that you have down there.
Yeah, I mean, she's good. She's physical. She likes to pivot a lot. So one thing I think is to not jump. But my teammates talk to me a lot, so the communication end of it is really important. And it's fun just to kind of go one-on-one defensively.
I just want to ask about the Century-friendly game. Obviously, you guys worked with the UW Autism Center. I feel like it was yesterday or 2 days ago. For any of you, just can you speak about this game, why it was important to have this game, and your experience with the UW Autism Center?
Yeah, it's been a blessing to learn about. We're actually just learning. And so Larissa actually brought the organization to us and talked about sensory friendly. I had an opportunity to to teach special education for a short time. So it brought back some really neat memories. I work with children with autism in my student teaching. So it's like, wow, it's a long time ago. And the families and just the way community can be helpful. I think to the entire family is really important, and this is an incredible community. Seattle loves each other well, and so we just want to be a part of that, and we're just really grateful to have them out. I hope they had an amazing time. I hope they'll come back again.
I want to go back to talking about Hannah. I know we heard a lot of great things about her last year, specifically when Elle's talking about her. Coach, can you just speak to Hannah and her ability, what she means to this group? Obviously, it feels like she can do just about anything on the floor.
Yeah. Hannah's a silent assassin is what we call her. She's a little quiet out there sometimes, and she'll destroy you if you ignore her. And so it's pretty fun. I'm happy for her because she's such an incredible teammate. Works hard. She's in the gym every day. She works extra every day. She does so many things well. As we talked about today, she filled up the stat sheet, and so I just think the humility though is a great example. I mean, here's a senior that requires nothing, but gives everything. And that's who Hannah is. So I'm grateful and blessed to be a part of her life. And I think we all feel like that is to have her as one of our leaders as a senior is a real gift.
What type of things do you want to accomplish on this sort of 5-game sort of homestand? It's not often that you have this many games at home, and this is one of the first years that you didn't choose to go away. Just what was the thinking in like that?
Yeah, we traveled a good bit last year, and I thought it would be really neat for us to be able to be with our families at Thanksgiving. It's not something you do a lot in basketball, and we're close to our families. I think we have a great group, and to be able to play at home for several days was a chance for us to be able to play in front of our community. Hopefully everybody's home for Thanksgiving. We could bring all of Seattle out. That would be fun, but an opportunity to play in front of our fans and be home for a bit. But also, it's preseason. It's in this time of the year that you want to really add and grow and get better, and so it's an opportunity to have more practices than you would sometimes have when you travel a lot. So we're excited for that.
And then for this second time, we saw Elle out there going through sort of pregame warm-ups. How is she doing? Do you have a timetable?
Elle's been doing great. She works incredibly hard, and our medical team's done a great job with her as well. But I love her heart. Like she's dressing up every day, ready to go, and then we're waiting on day to day if she's going to be cleared. So, but she's doing a great job.
And then just how is the team sort of, I guess, finding an identity without last year's leading scorer? Like that's such an odd deal, to like have somebody who's like a big part of your identity sort of not be there. What has that been like?
Well, first of all, I think she makes it easy because she shows up and gives everything she has in the way that she can, whether it was when it was her voice and now some with her presence too on the floor. But I do think that this team's done a beautiful job of just understanding that we are a great team. And so when we go out and play together and everybody does their part, that's what we just want to do is just step into the roles and our gifts that we have.
I wanted to follow up on the sensory game to either Hannah or Brynn. obviously this was the first ever to happen here, and I think it's really fitting that it happened at a place like UW that really emphasizes inclusivity. Can you just kind of talk about, you know, how important it is to make sure that this is an inclusive environment for everybody?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very important. Our fans are one of the most important part of the game, so we just want everyone to feel loved, and it was fun to play for them today and see everyone out there, so it means a lot to us.
And did people come to a practice or kind of
Yes.
get to experience that? Would anybody like to comment on that?
Yeah, it was wonderful to have them out to a practice. I think, you know, one of the neat things is when we can just be with people. Someone said to me recently that, you know, it's a funny analogy, but they said, you know, sometimes you can be mad in traffic until you recognize them and you recognize you know them. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I'm sure that they didn't mean to whatever, and we give them grace. So I think the more we can be face-to-face with people, the more we can get to know our community and the community can get to know us, I just think we'll be really bonded. So grateful for that opportunity.
We'll do one more question if anyone has one.
Hannah, your senior year, what's your sense of urgency? Is it different than it has been in years past, or just give me your mentality now that it's your final go-around?
Yeah, I mean, it's very bittersweet. I love this team, and my goal is to just be present for this year and just spend every moment with my team and, like, just relish with them. And I'm so grateful for them. We have so many amazing people on our team, so, yeah.
Coach, Hannah, Brynn, thank you for the time.
Thank you
Thank
all.
you.
Thank you guys.